We get this one underway. And I don't think life is going to get much easier for MIBR here. This is a good Gambit map, even though their last one on record was a loss. Look at the names in that column that they have taken down. 1x bet odds favoring Gambit by a huge margin.
Damn. Yeah, I think that Inferno convinced a lot of us.
Straight on towards B as SHZ's tucked in towards Sewer. They're walking through Monster now.
And as Heaven smoke blooms, they're trying to double up though. They might expect it to be clear. Bolts has such an opportunity. Oh, he's making a meal of it. Does tap the heads, but they still have a man disadvantage. Maybe SHZ can change our minds. He has. Gets the bomb loose. A crucial frag. Shiro trying to pick it up and retrieve it. Cello missing his shots. Not enough. Takes down another. I've lost the crosshair. Shiro does go down as well, losing his life. Okay, bit of a meal.
Couple of situations there where it felt like MIBR was shooting at players not even looking at them. So great work on the misdirection and a pistol round. Good start. Let's see if they can hold on. Previously, we just saw Gambit go for a 4 spy on Inferno. This time, staying pretty solid. Haven't purchased much. Flash for Hobbit. That'll be it. Okay. I'm going to start waiting until the end of freeze time because with how late some of these teams have been buying out of spawn, it catches me off every time.
Yeah, sometimes they'll even try and really troll you and buy after.
That's always a fun one.
Time.
I think they're going to do this and then last minute they have a change of heart. Well, the flash on Hobbit, not going to give them a lot to work with here. First and foremost, they need to get control of Long. Nafany has that. Then they're going to need to get control of bathrooms.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if I see some way in which Gambit find a bomb plant out of this full eco, it certainly doesn't seem like it's going to be on A. They have got a 3-man, long-range rifle setup, and the bomb's been spotted going underpass.
Okay.
The door is open, and that's info. This is pretty good. This might force Bolts to rotate.
He's in between right now.
Does he drop down? He's not going to surely commit to that. Yeah, he's just looking for info instead.
They could overwhelm Cello here, you know.
They could try, dude. They could try. He's just ready to stand and deliver, though. And the single flashbang, ladies and gentlemen. It's only this one. $200. Oh, it doesn't quite find the mark. Cello can't believe his luck. And just like that.
Crispy.
And the anti-eco spray down converts. It's just Nafany's Glock. Give it to him. Cello wants it. He's been let off the leash. Go find, go hunt, go kill. There it is. Ace from Cello in the opening second round of play. We saw him respond with a nice 4K in the pistol of Inferno, but this time it's going to have much more ramifications into the grand scheme. Let's see this again.
Just dodges it as well there, doesn't he? He's a little bit wider. Maybe completely blind, but nice easy eco ace there to pad the stats in the early stages, and good for Cello, right? We need him to come alive with confidence if we want to see MIBR push this series. Rifles will come out for Gambit now. 2 Galils, 3 AK-47s. Yeah, we'll need to find a lot of success with his aggression over towards Playground and Party.
Dude, yeah. His nade alone has actually softened him up within that one-shot kill radius of the scout.
Yeah, he's going to be integral, I think. Yeah, his decision-making as the in-game leader of this team could be huge. Look at this push right now. 3 players through Monster.
Yeah, Axel could do so much damage if he checks it. How
shock of a life.
Passive will he be now? Oh, Denoko's going to completely deny that info. Hobbit's been caught as well as he tried to trade and provide some support.
Almost forced to look towards A right now for info. Nafany enters towards Long. Shiro coming over 2. Oh! Where's the smoke kill icon?
It's true.
That was straight through the smoke, wasn't it?
I think it's bugged because he was scoped in before the smoke blew.
Oh, okay. Nice. I'll take that one. I'll cop that excuse. All right, this is not starting well for Gambit at all.
This could change things. It doesn't. Cello, 7 frags yet to die.
I think that aggressive B maneuver right there is a clear intent from MIBR on how they want to approach this. Deny Gambit the control that they're looking for. Axial, he was the player who took first contact. And now with 25 seconds left, what are they going to do? I feel like they have to go B unless they want to save here. And for Gambit, this one would go with absolute whimper.
Yeah, I think they want to try and find a way back in. 15 seconds.
I really feel like they're saving here.
The fact that Shiro's parked the bus as well, yeah, 10 seconds. They just don't have time to do anything with this. And
I go down after time.
They'll take a couple of extra kills. There is 0 time now for this. So, yeah, you bang on, chat. They will preserve what little they can, and the rest of them will be given that loss bonus, 3.5.
Yeah, so very interesting scenes there. Gambit opting to hold on to those AKs, meaning that the AWP for Shiro might be slowed down a little bit. Won't see that for a few more rounds, depending on how they want to buy into this one. Next round, they do get the 3,400. So Galil's Scout, they're buying behind this. Inters is even purchasing on in late as well. So the rounds are almost the same, back-to-back for Gambit. Rounds 3, rounds 4. But for MIBR, things are much better. Still don't have an ult for Yell, but they've upgraded into rifles across the board. Utility better as well. Bathroom smoke lobbed on out from Inters there. Just some standard pressure. Yell and Cello are playing more forward for info. And no aggressive maneuver from MIBR over towards B just yet, but they are focused more over towards Monster. Axial, same position as last time. And I think Gambit are going, yeah, okay, they tried it once. They won't try it again. Let's just go with our standard default. Take long control. Have Hobbit swing connect delay. Axial deals with B and that bomb. MIBR are rotating around now. The swingman will be bolts between both sites. Yell and Cello drop back to the bomb site. And this is perfect for MIBR. They're playing transitional defense here.
Yeah, they're in all the right places at the right time. It's reminiscent of the way Gambit's CT side felt on Inferno. Just always there, moving the pieces into the right place for the puzzle. At this point, though, it is only going to be a couple of flashbangs and 2 smoke grenades to make the round out of this. And their first round so far, it's been eluding them.
Hobbit's just calling sewer and short clear, so there's nobody playing for info. If he can jump peek like that, they know there's no early warning system. So now they're retooling back towards B. Lion's share of the forces will be through Monster.
30 seconds, though. Time-sensitive mission here. Now for need to smoke off Heaven, which will mean that it's only going to be SHZ and Donoko. And just a 1-for-1. The flashes are good, but SHZ is better. Double on Monster, and he's even found a third as well. Get out of my server, get out of my sight. Cello steals the final frag, and 4 for MIBR. Keeping 4 hearts beating as well, that's going to really help them nurture quite a strong defensive bank account.
Yeah, that's a key point, and considering how awkward the economy has been for Gambit here, I think that MIBR are almost building themselves a bank for 2 gun rounds safe. Now Cello on the late flank. It's good that they're playing for info like that. You don't want to get faked out by Gambit late. We know how late round they like to make these. And look at the coach in the background. He's bloody loving it. He's getting fired the hell up. Poke has always been known as the loud one, right? I'm sure if you'd seen him back when he was with Boom or INTZ in the backlines there, he's always yelling. He's always having a good time.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think that's going to do wonders for the morale in the camp.
Looks like something a little bit more pressure early here from Gambit. Spam down. A good slow inters. Nafany 2. Just going for a B set piece, and Yell's already rotating over. MIBR reading this well.
Yeah, more reactionary CT plays, and Gambit getting chipped away at. It's 2 actually in the feed from Gambit. Maybe they can make a round out of this after all. It's the Org of Donoko. If it goes down silently, if it doesn't do anything else, it has fallen. Axal's Deagle arrives.
Oh,
Hobbit's
no.
even found one long range. How have they doing this?
They're all low.
Yeah, he can clutch up. Yell, given an opportunity.
Have money for this.
Axal going to tag him up, and Shiro's going to knock him down. That is quite the turnaround. Gambit pull one out of their bottoms.
Well, that one right there was a little bit more with pace behind it, right? It felt like they had a clear idea of where they wanted to hit. They didn't just go for the default spread and see what they were offered. They took the fight, and they hit some bangers of shots. That Hobbit long range onto Cello right there, the Tech 9, not designed to take those type of duels.
No, far from it. Very impressive stuff. Well, that's the first. Gambit have found it. They've pulled a magical round out of the hat.
The floodgates open, though. That's the question.
Let's find out. A change of pace. Cello, a little bit more aggressive towards Party, or is it just for the nade? Was Donoko dropping his smoke? I think Nafany's fully ahead of that. Oh, and Danoko's gone. SHZ could too. He catches a dink. The nade should seal his fate. Nafany does convert 2 frags. But they look to be pulling the ripcord. And as the parachute does bail them out, the cut of noise forces Cello to rethink his aggressive maneuver. This is a risk from Gambit. Like, they're almost, by falling out of the site, you now have all of this extra unknown entities on this flank that Nafany's now responsible for.
There's time, though. They know that they can continue to pull MIBR around the map. We saw Cello push forward clear, and now he's actually had to drop back towards the site. Long's open. Flanks are a possibility. MIBR have lost complete track of where Gambit are across the map, and that little inkling, that spidey sense that is probably tingling in the back of their minds, are they flanking me? What territory do they have? Comms are at an all-time high. Gambit, they're just chilling, and they're coming back to B.
And that's more than info. It's a bullet this time. Yell dropping a good incendiary and isolating Nafany. A second frag is crucial, and he's found it. Delivers. Yell screaming from the rooftops.
Late flank from Cello. Yell is all on his own for this one.
Chiro tucked in as well towards jail. 20 seconds. That bomb needs to go down. And loudly, Hobbit advancing, looking elevated, and he can't find it. Yell's gone down. Had his eye pressed to the scope, and the bomb is just about retrieved. 12 seconds, Cello can clutch up again. Hobbit has to plant, knows short's a possibility, but Cello's playing it passive, so the bomb will go down safe. How do you want to play this one? Hobbit actually just going to give him the jewel. Oh! Cello can take it, and he does. Whew, okay, looks like another for the South Americans.
Big stuff there. I think the bomb was actually in the line of sight as Cello's as he comes through the back line. So he just played that one nice and slow, allowed them to make the sound cue to pick up the bomb, and then he struck onto Shiro. HP call there. I think Hobbit feels like he should have had that kill, so down to 23, and great stuff from Yell. Round-winning maneuver here. The second one, the pivot onto Inters. You can see they wanted to push on into that side, and Hobbit's done a lot, thrusting himself off the top rope.
Flew, RKO.
And committing to that fight was Hobbit there. So both players just stood and fought. And another one, 5-1. That's going to be so loud in that room. Like, I'm not even exaggerating right here. If that's space in Serbia, right, that they're in, I'm sure that you could hear it in the entire venue.
Yeah.
Well, guns are back out. The plant was good. Gambit to break MIBR.
I do love a bit of the aggressive CT maneuvers. Cello's pulled one out. This page does usually find a frag. Oh, info for Bolts. He's been finding connections on the wall bang. I don't think he wants to go down to any nades. They throw one his way, even a second his way. They're not quite there, just a graze of his knee.
Does look like Gambit's given up on their A defaults already, right? These last few rounds, quite B heavy.
Sure.
Maybe a place where they think they can find some kills onto Denok or SHZ.
Speaking of Denoko, he's opting for quite an interesting one. This is an MP9 special.
Yeah, get that angle and also flood onto short if the need be. Low on util now MIBR, and with the amount of time left on the clock, that does spell a bit of a problem. They will either have to play for info.
Long is so relentlessly open. Such an interesting dynamic within Overpass, considering that you actually just straight up, the map is so big, you can't cover everything at once.
More harassment now onto Bolts. Ooh, the timing. Yell's just left a gap. Shiro takes it straight away. 30 seconds.
Gonna come down to timing on this. Yell finds it. That's the bomb spotted. Huge amount of info. Yell, the impact is unprecedented. He's tagged now, but 20 seconds with the bomb loose. Nafany would have to try and pick up the bomb and not go down. He does do the first. Second step may not come so easy. Knife out. Yell won't get it. Gets the info. Tanaka loses his life. Okay. Perhaps Gambit have got something to say. SHZ, though, ruining it all. Nafany with a chance.
That's the plant.
A plant is everything. Fakes it instead, just wants one more frag, and he doesn't even get that. Now Inter's just looking to survive. Damn, there was a world where perhaps the plant was a better option. Nafany on the flank, but can't have any impact. It was actually Inter's, excuse me, saves his rifle. And it is going to be timeout territory. Their map, it's not coming as easy as they may have expected.
I think the clear difference between the one round they have on the board and the other rifle rounds they've had is the nature in which they've approached the clock there. On that Tech 9 heavy round where they executed onto B, it was clear where they wanted to start, it was clear where they wanted to finish. Even when they had those entries onto the B site through Nafany walking through Monster, they did put the brakes on to stall things out, which allow MIBR, who I think the key for them right now is not considering Gambit as the better individuals or the better team and just playing some cocky Counter-Strike, right? Cello's getting into fights, taking a lot of jewels, Yell doing the same. That's how you're going to destabilize Gambit. They like to get the opening, they like to make their presence known and then soak out this mid-round. Well, MIBR, they're not putting on the brakes, and when they're playing aggressively, it's that tapered aggression, right? It's not just all in, let's flank, let's see if we can catch them in one position. It's understand they'll rotate back in, and Yell staying in limbo towards Divider with 30 seconds left on the clock. Another round-winning set of frags with the AWP.
Yeah, that's 2 rounds we can credit to Yell. This time he's actually bringing the aggression towards that party position. Under the smoke, Nafany is creeping. He knows he's on a timer, and that sound cue is enough for Nafany to try and
Cheeky
pip
boy.
the gap. Fires the shot. Yell will try and re-peek, and just like that, the warning shot is his demise.
He's not afraid.
Nafany pulling the trigger a little prematurely there. We've all been there.
Just knowing that the smoke gets pushed and then to turn around and fight that as the only A defender, really, because Cello's down towards connector during all of this. Back towards B for Gambit. They're struggling in this one.
They are.
Opening kills was hard to come by for MIBR in map number 1. Well, it's something that seems to be working quite well here in map number 2.
Wow. Oh, wow. Shiro's won his duel with this Galil. I'm gonna leaves just 2 now.
Yeah, they just crept in, made the fights, made it work. Simple round by the looks of things. Bolts having a look in. No nades for this. Seems like it's always a problem with MIBR with utility late. Miss smoke towards heaven. Nice catch there by Bastion. And that's the round. So, unspectacular. Is that a word?
Yeah, well, it is. I just think yeah. It's either the round was unspectacular or I just completely missed it because I just ended up saying one word as the round was won. A frag, a duel. Shiro was holding underpass. He gets that, and then they frag into the side with one of their own. Yeah, doesn't look like he's going to get to keep hold of his AWP. Now he's got one between the wickets, and Bolt's actually unlikely to save as well. He's in bank. It does seem like Hobbit's going to give him that one.
Money is already broken from MIBR. So even though these rounds from Gambit have been close, they've looked scattered, the time has been an issue, MIBR are the ones who are already staring down the barrel of an eco here. Just that one saved rifle.
Or are they?
Oh, they're actually going to go for the force here. So this would be quite the curious looking buy. Scout on the floor, Deagle, 2 M4s. Still deadly. They're trying to wrestle for control. Gambit win this one. They're going to be able to catch up to this 6 scoreline relatively quickly.
Yeah, they know there's a lot riding on this one. And a different flavor. It does look like they're going to be contesting early, and they've actually got 2 CTs long as well.
Changing the script here.
Yeah. There is a world where Nafany's going to be a bit lackadaisical around this corner. And he has been found. Cello reveals the long hold. Flashes are great, but in the open, Cello goes down.
Oh!
The trade is there. He unloads his mag, finds 2.
Huge round.
And just like that, the change-up of the defense, despite their hindered economy, has given him a 2-man advantage. It's a hard shot for Shiro to hit. Bolts confirms it. And now Axile left to his own devices. They're locking the door behind him. They're stacking up. They know they got the bomb. They know they got the round. Axile
that one. Yep.
Trying to get that bit of housekeeping done.
Important to deny that right there.
Yeah, that's a
I
good
don't have
point.
the money for it.
This was supposed to be the gap closer. This was the formality. Caught off guard by the buy. Axile does manage to catch SHZ's flank. Don't forget, bomb is under CT rule, so this could have a very weird final 50 seconds.
He can actually just put the brakes on for probably another 10 seconds and just wait and see if there's another push. Then to have a crack at it, knowing at least one player, still likely over towards long watching that bomb.
Maybe 3.
Are they going to push forward? If they try and grab some of these AKs on the ground, maybe that's when he strikes. Just to do more financial damage, because now with 20 seconds left, he's not going for this round. More financial impact, that's all he's looking for.
He might even try and push late, but survival probably going to be his priority at this point.
Are they going to go for those AKs? It seems so tasty on the ground here. The AWP as well, you know that they're looking for it. Well, doesn't even want to go for the frags right there. So the upgrades, they even pick up some utility. Did deny the AWP, so job done there. But this TK, we know the rule. Keep shooting.
Keep shooting.
In an alternate universe, he trades through his teammate there and takes down Bolts. Not to be 7-2, so much better scenes right now from MIBR. But we just spoke about how fragile that economy was. It's still in the same position. Gambit can buy again. AWP out. Rifles. Utility, it's there. They haven't had much success over towards A, have they?
Haven't seen one of these in a while. Full boost for Heaven Pete. Can catch Bolts if he jumps with his nades as well. See you later. That scroll wheel is going to be ripped out of his mouse. Caught out. Opening frag. Gambit needed that.
Instantly in response for info. Push connector, push sewer. They're looking for a trade back here, MIBR. They might get more than that. 2 players through connector to deal with.
This molly's going to ruin their day if they throw it, but it's just contact. So that was his chance. Now comes Yell, and this one's spotless. 2 points of damage inflicted so far.
They're not ready for this.
You're right. They're lining up. That could have been disastrous. Will just be the one. And things will slow down for SHZ as this round will come to a close. You see how they aren't even committing the bomb. They just have a Nafany go full scout mode.
Nafany is quickly becoming one of my favorite players to watch. I know we talk about this with all the in-game leaders who love taking space and risks and everything, but this kid feels like he has a sixth sense about him in some of the approaches he has. He doesn't clear corners. It reminds me of a bad version of myself.
Right.
He does a much better job at it, but I remember like when I thought I had a feeling, you just run in as the in-game leader. You can't clear everything, right? But you're taking a lot of these risks, a lot of these gambles. He's paid off huge in Katowice.
That's true.
And the more you have a feel for the game, that's the cool thing. If you're an in-game leader and you're one of the ones who plays for info or takes those risks, that removes the lag of telling one of your teammates to be able to do it. So if you're a fragging in-game leader, you're feeling the game well, the comms are on point, your teammates are all listening, there's no, sorry, what smoke do I have to throw? And then you have to re-explain the strat in spawn. Things can feel really fluid, and you know exactly after watching the demos what to expect. SHZ wants to hold on to this AK, and he needs it, considering the financial situation.
I have a sneaking suspicion Axel plans to adventure in.
I don't have the patience for this.
No, man.
I'm sure a lot of people at home also don't have the patience for just standing, shift key, 40 seconds, the bomb, it goes off, nobody hunting, he gets the AKs.
Okay, a nice peaceful end to the round, but it's far from peaceful for the CTs. This round does mark the shift of momentum. Bolt's just trying to throw a HE, just wants to get some info, and he gets 50 caliber round straight to the jawline.
Had a couple neighbors like that when I get the ball over the fence.
Yeah, just a sniper rifle out. Get off my lawn.
Oh, they're buying in again. So they've made it work once here, MIBR. Can they do it again? Deagle's rifle saved and an M4 upgraded into. Gambit can still break them and make a 7-3 scoreline into something much more respectable. So I'm on the fence right now of how convincing this has been from MIBR. Get the triple boost over towards Sewer set up. Bolts has a chance to find some impact. Sees nobody's home and will rotate out of dodge. And up behind the smoke will be Cello. This doesn't seem like a place that Gambit will take too much of a risk through. They really continue to push the issue over towards A. They haven't had a lot of success over here whatsoever, but want to change the tide of that against a force spy. No contact long. Bathrooms to this point, dead silent.
That silence is deafening. Yell will rotate in. Flash for Cello to try and get a little info. He just touches the jiggle. But long for info and jumping for it. So shot fired. They'll now be the go signal. CT's knives out. Mollies are out. Yell low. Concedes it. Tucks in. Cello perhaps baited in here, but they are arriving from long. They can boost. Bolt opts for the wallbang. And it's actually connecting onto Inters. Cello hasn't been checked here. He can deny the plant. Oh, spotted out. Just the wallbang. He finds Inters. Nade will finish him off surely. It's Shiro.
Real problems now.
Trying to finish the job. Bolts does find him. Shiro under a lot of scrutiny here. Danoko falls. It's chaos. Finally, Cello has been found. In only 19 seconds, SHZ has pushed up. Molly's not great. It's chaos. The bullets favor the Brazilians. It's all on Axel, and he's been caught. They turn it around. MIBR post an 8th.
Gambit, absolute blunder right there. Not clearing the bathrooms all the way. The smoke missed. The kill comes in, gives them more time to survive. The chaos, the time. Oh. Huge problems there.
But you can see that was MIBR who thrive in the chaos. Cello created so much of it.
It felt to me like they were going for like more of a bank-sided plant, like dice box, something not default. But they've still planned to default after not clearing the front of the bathrooms, and that is really the key right there. Money's still in a rubbish position right now for MIBR.
They're doing it.
They're still keeping it alive. So 8, they've won the half. Gambit can't break through. They've looked very clumsy in rounds where they have clear advantages.
Yeah, so they had an advantage at least twice now that you've highlighted where it was the break point. They were about to seize control. We were talking 6-6. MIBR, however, have twice now passed that test. And Gambit looking downtrodden. They're into the site, trying to change it up. SHZ dinks, they know barrels, the crossfire's there, and already the CT's holding them at bay. Inters somehow denies the odds with a double. Shiro's got to get out of dodge. He's got his friend to pick up the bomb. Nafany with the smoke does manage to set himself up for success in that respect.
Why the upgrades?
And he actually gets out, so not only the bomb retrieved, but weapons as well.
Forced a full rotation over towards B as well.
Yo, Hobbit, he's just standing and fighting, hoping for the reaction, but Bolt's too good. An advantage for the CTs. MIBR so set for success, and there's another delivered 4, this time from Bolts. And Gambit, hopes and dreams, definitely starting to look a little further away, a little more out of reach.
Some massive fumbles here from Gambit to not ruin the economy of MIBR. I think MIBR are doing a great job of hitting the shots, and Gambit, this late round here, it just limp out one at a time. That's what they were trying to do, was take advantage of the CT rotation, thinking that, oh, okay, well, they've rotated back, they're doing their standard play. They just walk in one at a time, and MIBR, eyes focused on the crosshair, they'll get their 9th, and now they're looking good for a 10th.
Here we go.
Gambit are going to be kicking themselves that they didn't get those break points to really force this to be a close game.
Cello mixing it up with a bit of CT aggression. He knows he's up against pistols, and that
clear.
is the element of surprise he was waiting for. He does fall, but Yell's there to pick it up. They maintain their advantage, not only weaponry, but also in numbers. 3 bodies remain for Gambit. And there is an M4, I'd imagine, from Cello in play. Nafany recovers it. So a 2-2 split of the remaining defense. Nafany doesn't have the util to keep the defenders here, so he'll have to use his body.
The bomb is still out all the way towards B right now, and Shiro's waiting for some pushes here, right? So it is back towards a B finish, and they've had a lot of success walking through Monster, at least trading with Danoko and SHZ. So maybe try that with these pistols, but the lack of head armor on 2 of the 3 is a problem.
Oh dear.
Team flashed.
Team flash, as clean as that. And the ever-patient SHZ will be rewarded with just the 1. 10 now for MIBR's defense, and Gambit, if they don't post a couple more, the margin for error is going to be practically nullified into the next.
Could be a mirror image of map number 1.
Yeah, true. Inferno felt this way, albeit vice versa. CSGO Hub, it is actually worth checking out the pre-fires. I really enjoyed that one. I'd used that as a warm-up before our...
On the map, yeah?
Yeah, just, like I was doing, it does it all, but I was doing... Just 2 B-site was one of the ones that I found very helpful, and Overpass, actually. I found the Overpass B-site pre-fires quite insightful. You realize, actually, there's loads of weird angles you have to check on your way into the site. Like that bank bin, that little bank bin to the close right angle when you're taking the site. Very potent.
Well, a lot of people don't like Overpass.
Yeah.
There's a reason you're explaining right there. So many positions to check and clear.
Well then, these highlights, they tell the story, and the score certainly forces that home. Again, somehow, Gambit have got every weapon they desire. Let's see if they can make this one count a little more. Early info from Danoko. This is what you're talking about, Chad. MIBR have thrown caution to the wind here, and it is destabilizing Gambit.
Yeah, so this risk right here, if Intis doesn't clear...
He doesn't. I don't think there's any chance. They could be pushed party, they could be pushed on fountain, like, he could even come around with his back turned if he's not careful. Shiro, oh, another off-angled for Cello. And he's even nearly got a second. His teammate might finish the job. It's SHZ. Danoko does catch him. And another for the CTs. They're coming too easy, Chad. They're coming way too easy. Nafany and Hobbit trying to turn it around in hot pursuit of a 4th, but already the CTs still have 4 hearts beating. SHZ always tucked in on those barrels. Just the tip of his head has been spotted, but that's enough. Oh, Nafany.
Shot.
Great shot.
Molly for this position.
Forces the fight and enables an equalizer. They are turning a 2v4 into a competitive round here.
Now they're evaporating. Backing on off. Bomb needs to be picked up. Still a decent chunk of nades left for both teams.
30 seconds, though.
He's going away. So's Hobbit.
Yeah, and they're going to have a lot of space because Hobbit's got such a head start. If he walks now, he won't be heard, but the nades
here in this.
Yeah, he's going to have to acknowledge that. Bit of a sigh. Accepts his fate. They are coming towards the A site, and they have already got control. Bomb will be delivered. Planted safe. Toilets. Yell versus Hobbit. Might have to be the no-scope, quick scope from the Brazilian here if he's going to clear his close corners. Oh, and a tag through the wall. The environment keeps Hobbit alive. And now Dinoco's chances do dwindle. He's not got options. Nose bank is an issue. Nafany elevated and does post the 2v4 from Nafany and Hobbit.
Much needed 2v4 as well. Stepping up in a big way right there, just isolating those fights. See MIBR trying to bow their teammates out. It actually was the demise right there. SHZ marooned over towards that barrel position is what facilitated 2 kills. But after that early exchange over towards short, I thought no way. I thought no way in the world. MIBR were looking great for an 11. Money has been in a precarious position throughout this first half here, so the final round, they will have some rifles, Scout, MP9, and a CZ. It's felt like Gambit have had the better buys, and they're the ones who are only looking with 4 rounds. If they can get 5 here, that's more than enough for Gambit to convert this 2-0. So MIBR are doing everything they can to fight for this final round.
A lot on the line. If you're MIBR, you know, these games will not get easier. And Axel already goes 1 for 1. Quick trade from Hobbit as he swings the door open to trade. But yeah, you get through Gambit, you've got more CIS Counter-Strike to get best. Na'Vi, if you fancy them, or you go even more into the Brazilian side of things, Furia.
It's going to be a messy one. Team 1.
Team 1. All right.
This is one of those standard situations. We've seen this a few times this half. Gambit get an opening kill or 2. Maybe a frag's traded back, and then the brakes come on. And Hell just not clearing that corner. Nafany hears all of this.
Yeah, and that's a little bit of a gap in their info. You can see both of them have their backs turned to Nafany's lurk now. So much pressure on B. SHZ catching bullets. He's going to be on notice. He's holding a good angle around that smoke, you know. Being very loud about this. And that's the first he needed. That was the full health inters. Now Nafany does arrive from short. It's Yell. Oh, they know where he is.
Oh.
He hits the scout shot, but immediately found just before the smoke is there. Now Cello. He's spotted Nafany on short. And he's hitting the shots. He's nearly found a second adjustment. Damn. It's 10. Gambit find their 5th. Let's see how the defense shapes up.
Hey Future Pros, we have a flash for you that should aid in pushing through the monster tunnel on Overpass. This flash should leave your teammates unaffected while the CTs should be blind as heck. To do this flash, line yourself up over the tip of this bottle. Aim over the wall slightly and to the right and then throw the flash. That's it. This should make the Rush B Don't Stop strat work way more in your favor. Hey Future Pros! Today I thought I'd teach you all how to do the famous quad boost on Overpass. To execute this boost, you must have 5 Future Pros and 1 AWP. Future Pro number 1, you have the easy job. All you have to do is run and stand in this spot. Future Pro number 2, you will have to jump onto the head of Future Pro 1 by jumping from the railing. Future Pro number 3, now that Future Pro 2 is nice and situated, you can now jump onto their head by also jumping from the railing. This is higher than 2 people, so you'll be sliding when you jump onto their heads. Make sure you are sliding into the wall and try not to slip off. Future Pro number 4, your job is to get Future Pro 5 on top of everybody else's head. You need to crouch down and let Future Pro 5, FP5, hop onto your head and get in their spot. Lucky Future Pro number 5, you actually get to shoot something. Hop on top of your teammate's head and you should easily be able to jump on top of everybody else's. You will also be sliding when up there, but you should be able to make it around the corner while sliding into the wall. Now you'll have a clear vision to a few spots on B, so take your time and place your shot. Happy boosting.
This is the moment to go. This is the moment to shine. This is the moment to show. Show me the rocks you can climb. This is the moment to feel the path like you legally blind. I can promise this is ours cause we built for this, pushing buttons so it's quick.
What are you saying, Chad? 10-5, Gambit 1-0 up. Is this a third?
I don't know. You're having a look at the coach there in the background, running around like an absolute madman. He is fired up out of his mind.
It did look like he was about to start like shadow boxing, like throwing fists.
So much adrenaline.
Throwing fists into the land center there. But yes, the MIBR have definitely been fired up. Their coach as well.
Maybe they needed that to wake up for this match right here because they are looking much better. And the 1x bet odds, maybe they don't reflect it, but it was 8-1 when we kicked off this map right here. So slowly clawing back some respect.
Yeah, they used 15 rounds and half the odds. It's not bad. Let's see. We do see flashes for the CT side. The rest opting for Kevlar. That USP at range has
love
an
this
advantage.
connector play, don't they?
Yeah, but this is the gap, right? If they charge up long, there is absolutely no one to receive them. If they have... Oh. They're running in. They're running into the beast. Stacked in underpass. Bolt is going to scream, gentlemen, 2 under, and they want to trade, but they're not expecting Axile. He's set up for success, baited in from positioning alone. It's Nafny that does the damage. Oh, and SHZ completely alone. Not ready for that. Just as easy as that. Gambit post the pistol. 4 hearts still beating. Nafny's triple. And a 3-man connector hold. I'm stealing that.
Yeah, you know how we call it connector? Back when the map was first introduced and you have to come up with names when you're lonesome. And in Oz, when Overpass first came out, we called it dungeon. That was looking like Gambit's dungeon right there. You don't want to be heading down there with that many players. They baited them in perfectly. Exact reaction is what they were looking for. And just when you're curious, you see them run all the way up long, you're like, wait, hold up. Why don't they pick long? That's where the USP tends to be waiting. So you tend not to round that corner the whole way. Nice nade over towards the playground, only a lick of damage. And it will just be a conservative eco round here from MIBR. No armor invested. 2 P250s, 3 Glocks. You saw similar scenes out of Gambit within that first half. And you're about to see how quick a 10-5 scoreline and something that looked very, very convincing from MIBR is going to be turned on its head.
Did Mini Milks make it across the pond?
Mini Milks, just little milk bottles?
Well, it was like an ice cream, but it was just a small little milky... I suppose ice cream is milky, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're the same thing.
Okay.
I mean, well...
They used to have jokes on the wooden stick.
I think we call them milk bottles.
Milk bottles were the gummies, like the sweets.
Okay, let me have a Google on this.
I don't know. I thought Mini Milk
Milk.
I hadn't said that word in about 10 years. It's taking me back.
Oh, it is an ice cream.
Yeah.
Okay. That looks like the Paddle Pop line right there.
Ah, Paddle Pop. Did they have jokes on the stick as well?
Yes, Paddle Pops
That
did
was
have,
the highlight, man.
used to collect the Paddle Pop sticks to win prizes.
Ah.
You would have had all those little games too, with the chip packets or the crisp packets.
Definitely.
Yep.
Yeah. I remember learning, the occasional trips to the pub as a kid to watch the football. You'd have your pork scratchings and be sat in a corner somewhere in a smoky room. I got taught by many men how to fold a crisp packet into a cool little 3D triangle.
How'd that make you feel?
Well, if included. I mean,
you still do it?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, you remembered it.
I can make you a 3-dimensional pyramid out of any crisp
We
packet.
might have to test that.
Test me.
We'll wait and see.
Bigger the crisp packet,
The better?
better.
Okay, well, Shiro's got his AWP out already. There still is a kind of bonus round right here for Gambit with the Famises, the SMG in the hand of Inters. And they were great on Inferno of holding on to utilities. So
I like
let's see the
Yell's
pressure.
lineup. Very pretty. Center of the flower. And toilets is smoked. Same process, and ouch, quite a little lick of damage. That's going to soften them up for the MP9s and the FAMAS respectively. Gambit seemed prepared for this one, Chad.
Yeah, Nafany's rotated over as well just in time. So Axel towards bathroom, Shiro towards long. Nafany here as well. The AWP being over towards A is deadly.
So I imagine Axile's going to be first contact. No, it's Nafany. Draws their fire, and Axile can unload. Oh, it's such a setup. They really think about and talk about who takes first contact in a lot of their setups. So you could feel it on Inferno, and I'm feeling it here as well.
Yeah, those are the little details separating their CT sides. It's not just one man taking the fight, it's the entire team.
Like, yeah, Axile knows I'm about to be tested. Nafany's there to take the first fight so that if anything, you're hungering for the trade, you're looking towards sight. Axile can take his time with his frags. Like, they come so much easier because it's not just a one-on-two swinging.
And when you're at the front of the bathrooms right there, you think you're stone's throw away from the site. So just running out, back open, dead, and yelling a 1-on-5. So Gambit are back in this. The scoreline's 10-8 as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
The thing is, with those setups that you're talking about, Nafany just rotated into that as well. So you can tell that it's something which is either Nafany as the rotator playing to what is best for Axial, or Axial playing to what is best for Nafany when he rotates in. It either works both ways, but it worked great.
If you don't remember the last Gambit game we cast at Katowice, it was Nafany with that absurd 4K swinging out from the same position. I do imagine that must be his spot to fill when they are reacting to a potential late B. Late A, excuse me. Letters are hard.
Yeah, well, I can get up
There's only 2 of them.
To Z. Oh, yeah, that's right. We don't have 3 bomb sites in this one. Or the teleporters, or the doors that you can close.
No, but we've got smoke grenades and highly explosive ones. You throw them all by yourself.
I love those clips I see. Look, I actually think that Valorant is an entertaining game to play. It's fine. It's all good. It's no Counter-Strike, but I love when I watch those clips on Twitter of people like, you know, that this is Valorant, and it's like the Flash, the Breach ulti, you know, and it's just like, and it's all different colors. So it's not just like Counter-Strike where you get a white screen. There it's like multicolored, all these sound effects. It's wild.
Yeah, it can definitely be, you know, staring at a smoke for 50 seconds and staring at various multicolored different gadgets and gizmos, I'm sure leaves a different taste in your mouth.
I remember when they said that the ultis didn't kill anybody.
Well, technically.
Well, I don't know. We've got the Raze rocket.
Yeah.
We've got the Sova ulti through the wall that does 80 damage a ping.
That is a spicy meatball, that one.
Yeah, and I'm just getting started right now. You seen this new Astra one?
No.
I don't even know exactly what it does, but it looks crazy.
Oh, it's like the black hole, the one that like pulls
you in. Yeah, they've grabbed a bit of the Enigma.
Yeah, it is. It's a Dota hero. Anyway, there we have it. First blood drawn for Gambit. Might be saying a bit more of that. There's a nice and easy connection for Shiro. 1 in his name.
He really thought about it though, Shiro. Shiro rhymes with hero. He's actually put a lot of thought, you know, of what we can do. So thanks, Shiro.
Taking the 1 in his name as well. Axile's got it as well. They all follow the simple formula.
Does Shiro have? Is it a 0 at the end? I
think he does.
Or is it a capital O?
Yeah. So Shiro 0 to hero.
There we go.
Something. Great shooting.
It's all just binary, 1s and O's. Game kind of changed, doesn't it? It's a whole different vibe now.
Not bad. .jpg.
All right, MIBR, what can you do? Gun round out again. No AWP for Yelp. AKs, and they're creeping up behind these early smokes. Bomb is postured towards B right now, and slow approach from MIBR is not the aggression that Hobbit foretold.
How do you feel about a X-ray free round?
You want to do one?
I don't know. I just think it really helps some people kind of appreciate
do a Gambit.
How little you're working
Gambit
with.
focus? Okay.
Yeah. So like as a CT right now, you'd really have no info. Let's keep it on. Exile has
heard.
2 around that smoke. They're lurking in the toilet smoke, but he hasn't got anything to work with. Inter's the same on B. First duel found, expecting second, expecting company. His right side not being held currently, and it's going to be SHZ to trade. Into the site, 2. Spotted on B. The bomb perhaps as well. They'll have to rotate in. Hobbit remains completely stalwart. He knows he can catch the rotate if he doesn't make a noise. He hears it now. SHZ confirms. He's on the rotate. Bomb's down. Hobbit, a little bit of a linchpin to potential success. They double peek from 2 very different elevated angles, and that is a clean finish. MIBR found an answer.
Yeah, that one right there just shows you how chaotic it can be. When those kills, the information that's coming through, it was limited until the fight started, and then they just walk on towards that B bomb site. So MIBR, in a must-win round, come up in a big way. 11-9 here. Giving you some highlights of how we've gotten to this point so far. That was a highlight from the first half, ladies and gents, but we'll get back underway with this one. Guns back out for Gambit. I like the misdirection from MIBR. Felt simple, just attacking the front of the side as Axial aggressive. Doesn't spot anything around the fountain. Dips back, gets a nade deep. Just misses. That could have landed in the shoes of 2. Couple of smokes thrown out early just to deal with any MIBR aggression. I'd be curious to see if Gambit want to take some more info plays themselves here, not wanting to get crept out on as they just were. double long setup. Shiro towards the flower bed. Axial in the bathrooms. And that gap that you can walk up Banana is open, but Nafany rotating over to deal with it. Double boost just to clear out.
It's at the top of the...
Yeah.
Ooh. Nerds.
Yeah, there's so many different ways to check and clear and pivot on a map like this. Utility out to Divider, front bathroom smoke, now connector on the docket. Down they go to clear that one out, and the B defenders haven't been tested whatsoever here from Gambit just yet. 45 seconds. Have to get past Axial.
Oh, Cello, your shadow has been spotted, and the AWP is in a position to swing out for the trade. He does exactly that. Oh, it was perfect! It's too late, it's too late! The incendiary is down, but SHZ shuts him down. And now they've recovered the bomb and a man advantage. Yell, anticipating the push, but he's not ready for that. Nafany just about pulls the frag across the line. It cost him his entire mag. Inter's a bit late to the party. The nade does arrive, but it's the flames that would have stopped him. Bomb now loose, and he's got 12 seconds to plant. Bolts, how on earth do you pull this one off? Just about punching in the digits, but Nafany's had his knife out this whole time. And he will save the day for Gambit, closing the gap now a single round to separate these ones. And it's 5-1, the current scoreline.
Well, he gave more than enough chances to die right there, Nafany, didn't he? That spray, that sketchy spray. Shiro here not releasing the molly either. You know, it's one of these things you think you pulled out and thrown it. You can see that quick change in 2 mines right there. This spray right here. 20 bullets, no joke.
And he barely got it, actually. That was on the strafe away. He must have just caught the heels.
Yeah, quite lucky there. And Yell, he's frustrated with that one. Makes sense. Be able to buy, though, or back out. We're straight underway. Always burrowed and bunkered down towards those stairs for any early aggression. Danoko, they're using him as the entry factor. Nice close smoke there to deal with bathrooms. Every time they jump peak...
Does he ever go left? No. Just wants to hold the walk down. One boosting long, no one's home.
Ooh. They've done 2 boosts in this round. Let's see how many we can count from Yell.
So, I wonder what the CT's Q will be to check on long. Is it just a time-based thing, or are they truly going to commit to this?
Nafany will be rotating back over to pick that up if they feel any threat. So the smoke flash that's just been dropped from the CTs is actually Shiro's signal to deal with it now. Normally your rotator picks up the slack, but it looks like they're worried more about a B here. Oh, there was another boost.
That was audacious, though. Yeah, good point. Shiro just wide swung after the jump for info.
They're forcing the issue at A right now. Up through these smokes they go. Nafany rotating over in time. Axial still with the molly. 34 seconds. Nafany's in the best swing position, but he's
so convinced they're going B. 28 seconds. Now the util's coming in. The rotate will too. Axile got a smoke to contend with, and it is the chance. Just damage. Shiro low. They spray him off the bomb. They're swinging on him. He's surely dead. To right, Danoko double entry. Only Nafany with something to say, but already Cello provides the crucial frag to win them that round, and it does look like Hobbit and Inters will just preserve what they can. MIBR, that's going to be, I believe, their second? Yep, that's their second T round.
Yeah, this has changed again. It felt like Gambit had taken complete control, but with these 2 gun rounds, out of MIBR in the last 3, very good showings from them. They're not getting pushed around the map. They're forcing Gambit back into passive setups. Overwhelming Gambit. Even throwing away the AWP. So Cello doing some housekeeping. I got to do some of that today. I think I'm due a laundry stint.
Yeah. Rush called it admin the other day. I think that's a good term for like all of that stuff.
Is that what he said?
Well, he said he's got to do admin. I presume that's like laundry, maybe an email, you know, kind of a catch-all.
Okay, all right.
Rush, when you said admin, did you mean anime?
Hello?
When you said admin last night, you said I've got to go and do admin and then go to bed. Did you mean anime?
I didn't watch any anime. Hang on, voice chat. There we go. There, that's better. I didn't watch any anime yesterday. It's really surprising.
But what did you mean when you said admin?
You know, admin work, administration, you know, typing, copy.
What actual tasks?
So like sending the IP to the players, that kind of admin
Reddit,
work?
Yeah, you know, all that kind of stuff.
Okay, so doom scrolling.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Cool. All right, thanks, Rush.
No worries.
All right.
I did watch more Jujutsu Kaisen last night.
I'm going to binge watch it all tonight, I think.
I don't think I could eat the finger.
If I had to.
Yeah? Just a rotten old witch's finger.
If I was about
Down
to,
the gullet.
if I was about to get eaten by a curse.
A blob.
Yeah. Gambit might be getting eaten by, not a blob, MIBR right now. We might find ourselves onto a third map before we know it. Change of pace onto B. Look at this.
I'm down for it. I'm down to Clown. Let's see if Shiro, puts a bullet downtown. It misses. Hobbit provides. Back and forth we go. We're going to be seeing a lot more bloodshed in the next 10 seconds. The smokes will start to fade. Nafany, a slight angle. Long range MP9. It's damage. It's Bolts that provides more, though. He should go down. He's so elevated over the smoke. And SHZ and Bolts are working with 19 points of health between them.
Oh, Shiro.
Yeah, what do you do about this?
Hope you can get a no-scope or two, because this is just the brakes on. We are standing in plain sight, just waiting for a mistake, waiting for an over-rotation, waiting for something.
You boost him up bridge, bang him out? No, instead, he's just hoping to catch this quick scope as they creep onto the site. He knows Cello's just around the corner. CT smoke, interesting. Means Shiro can stick around and play around. They keep their heads down in the trenches. The pressure's on the remaining two to change the dialogue, just these jiggles. And that is SHZ losing those final few points of health. Cello with 30 seconds. He's been pushed from every angle. And yeah, fair play to Gambit. That restraint just really limited MIBR's options.
And I can't talk to it enough. It looks here like, yeah, they're just standing still, not doing anything. But to not over peak or to not over jiggle, to not go for an extra fight when maybe you'd want to, you know, you're fighting that urge in a lot of these situations. And they have stayed head down, waiting for those mistakes, waiting for those pushes.
Everyone holds W. As soon as you've isolated what was a dangerous 2v3, into that 3v1, it's like now that advantage is worth trying to utilize to finish this one. Really nice. 12 to 11. This 10-5 half has slipped back into competitive stead. And Shiro fancies his chances in the underpass. It is short-lived, and SHZ doesn't catch any initial pressure.
Neither team with a big bank here, so huge round to be converting. MIBR tried the fast stuff, it didn't work whatsoever, so they've just gone back to this slow default spread. This time, not so much pressure over towards A, a lot more just waiting outside of the backyard as selling the fake will be Danoko. Smoke towards front bathrooms, Molly as well, and Hobbit's actually clawing back some info. The smoke's over towards B now, they're coming through Monster.
Oh, lordy. Inter's trying to make that short position more viable. He drops his own smoke in order to set that up.
So much room is taken here.
Yeah, Cello has actually surged so far forward. I don't think Nafany was ready. Does well to find a dink considering. And now
locked out.
Deny, he's burning. Inters just swings out in the flames. He's lost his life. He's lost his life. That's Cello. Shutting it down and practically securing the round on his own.
Everyone's dead. This is a save and they're already hunting. MIBR has taken away so many guns.
This is going to hurt Gambit. This is going to leave a mark. Just into that B site. Thank you very much, Cello.
That was real simple stuff there. All Danoko did was throw some simple grenades. Nafany, as that swing player over towards B, caught in the wrong position, rotates back in, knife out. Inters and Hobbit were not in positions to be able to call whatever aggression was going on in. And locked out. Good utility usage. Just simple stuff there from MIBR as they get their 13th. Now you have to ask yourself some very hard questions if you're Gambit. It's your two star players who saved onto their guns. It's the AWP for Shiro and the AK-47 for Axial. I think you'd say that those are the guns that you want to see these boys equipped with. This was the killers when I knew the round was over. As soon as Cello's there and Nafany hasn't been communicated to, you know the round is already fumbled from Gambit.
Great Molotov as well. He can go forward, can go back, and yeah, frustrations will mount after that one. Feeling like perhaps he got booked. Cello, 60 seconds on the clock. It reads 60 when he is already pushing towards that L-bend graffiti side. MIBR, they're playing the European Counter-Strike game. They're keeping up with CIS. Hobbit had a huge performance on Inferno, really did make it look easy, just like individually winning duels against every single member of the Made in Brazil.
And maybe first game in the group, you know, first game of the day, maybe MIBR started a little bit quiet. Maybe having the coach firing up and getting loud is waking them up as a team, because this is a much more competitive affair here. Gambit have actually shoved all their chips into the middle of the table behind the saved weapons. Those do or die for them right now.
Nafany taking a bit of a crazy push. And he's already naded Yell down. He could perhaps catch him here if he was to time it. He knows there's a scope, but Yal knows there's a push. Quick reactions from the AWPer. Saves himself from what looked like a sealed fate. And now already, despite the disadvantage in weaponry, they've got the disadvantage in staff, and it's extended more from Cello. Can't quite finish the job, but Bolts has a chance.
Huge from Inters.
He's provided enough. If Axile comes online, this gets really dangerous. Danoko for the flank. Axile anticipating. He seems ready, but Danoko's better. He's bested him. 60 seconds now. The bomb is joining Danoko in mid, so they can float between either of the options, and one significantly more appetizing than the other. Two-man lean of the Gambit resources.
Hard angle to clear where Inters is right now.
I wonder if, if Yell walks out, that could very well be the bomb that they will likely trade.
Oh, they're not clearing it. He might get the both.
Yeah, Danoko to trade, thought it was behind him. And now a 1v1, 30 seconds. Shiro might have the element of surprise!
Oh.
The timing, perfect! He understands what he's up against. Catching Danoko with a nade pulled. And that double stack B converts to 12 for Gambit.
Yeah, and look at the money still for Gambit. It is in the bin, but on the other side for MIBR, they're able to buy again, right? They're able to continue to be threatening to this economy. Now, we were talking about similar scenarios for Gambit when they were on their T side. MIBR could have been broken at any point, but Gambit were not able to string the necessary round together. MIBR, they need to do the same right here. They win a round, they take all the guns away, they should be looking at sealing this map up. 13 to 12. Inters only has a few kills in this game, right? But that triple kill is all impact. That speaks to a round late in the game.
It could very well be the difference maker.
Miss Smoke, highlighted here.
Does mean they can walk up Monster.
Has been a problem for them as well.
Oh,
this
and
is
they're
late.
ahead of it. They're super ahead of it. The flash deters. They will have to respect the smoke. Great stuff. Gambit sees control once again. Nobody's dropped just yet. Now, last time we saw this 4-1 split, they were faking it nicely. This time they don't have the util on Cello, so it is just going to be the explode.
They just walk up whatever pressure point isn't smoked. Looking for another pick here.
It's Nafany's responsibility. I wonder if
Worst weapon for the job.
Oh no, an MP9 jiggling it. I think this spells trouble. Yeah, Hobbit, booked. Long range, Nafany does provide, but they require so much more. Ah, spots him. Bolts has crossed. They know one's down there. Very low. The SMG trying to push in. The nade does the job. They take the weapon. Now this gets awkward, and it gets even more so.
Nafany!
He provides every frag. His team demands another chance. Can't control the spray. Inter's under a lot of pressure. Gets found as well. SHZ takes back control. And now the bomb's down. MIBR 45 seconds away from a 14th. It's Axar to change the dialogue. One tucked in already. Someone's going to have to take a bit of a risk here. Kit's on Shiro. Just the tip of the head. Just waiting for it. Cello's angle's very promising. And he's taken down Axar with ease. A quick shot from Shiro. Has the M4 for this duel, and he knows exactly where he is. It's all about the aim now. A battle of two, a battle of wits. The time, however, is on Cello's side. It's going to be the push from Shiro. A wild spray. He has the kit. It's close. It's so close. I think this might be it. Right down to the wire. Last digit of the code. He gets it. Gambit save the day. Shiro delivers.
Oh boy, what a close round. Nafany did so much. He was holding on by his bloody fingernails right there. Then he overpeaks. Look how much he does here. First one, yep, trading off your teammate. That's nice. Then he pushed on into the site with that nade. And then as he picks up this AK, grabs himself another kill, but the kid must be feeling himself because he picked for a fourth frag. And then MIBR get back.
Dude, that is a heartbreaker. If we have the coach on the cam, I'm sure he's a little quiet now after that one. That is gonna hurt. Oh, you feel like you did all the heavy lifting there.
Oh, such a difficult spot for MIBR at this stage of the game. 13-13, their money is like in between, right? Yell and Bolts are at the low end, whereas the other three players could buy into AK-47s. You know that only one player survived for Gambit, so buying in, you're like, we can just keep that pressure on the economy. If we just win this round, we can steal this game. And they're going to buy. They're doubling down. They're going in. Yell's getting to a Galil. The AKs are being purchased on up here.
Whatever they do, they just can't fall to an early scope.
Shiro's still got that AWP.
That's the problem.
What a menace.
Yeah, and he can really, really destabilize them here.
MIBR have been playing some slow, calculated Counter-Strike. They've just been flowing through the map like water. Every time they're smoked off, they poke and prod over to another position. Here's that lineup towards Bathroom again, enabling Cello. Have been having a very good game here. Have to get past Exil first. Only that Famous, and time is a problem. They know he's there, they've heard him.
Oh, and Axel completely unawares. Great punish. MIBR have drawn first blood and have a very viable opportunity into that ace site. They quickly gather through the underpass, all 5, about to flood into Nafany.
Right on the
He's
side.
had so much impact. Can he surely he can't do it again. With only a FAMAS.
They're just walking in.
Against AKs. He evades the flash, has a chance. Cello denies it. Double kill from Cello, and this force buy is working. They had their chance, they had their opportunity, and they have seized it. MIBR will not bow out of this one quietly.
Oh, this is wild. MIBR again, they just walked through. That's all they did, right? There was just that gap that they punished. Axial can't get away, and maybe Shiro's done too. The AWP is gone. SHZ will deny that. MIBR in control of this game, 14-13. What are you going to do with the buy if you're on the Gambit side, right? You get $1,400. That's all you get.
Dude, so Shiro going down is like a huge scalp.
It's insane. They're not going to be able to get another AWP out. No way in the world. They're going to have to operate here with 2 saved rifles and, pistols, MP9s. If they take a save, it means you're giving the 15th to MIBR.
Just like that, dude. We came into round 27 saying this is horrible for MIBR. Now, round 28, it's horrible for Gambit. They have completely flipped it on its head.
Yeah, and they did a lot, right? It was no AWP. They couldn't afford that. Utility was going to be a little bit light across the board. They still make it work.
Yeah, and now Nafany, I mean, he's having to whip out the MP9 again. A FAMAS has been dropped. Shiro with nothing more than a Deagle Kev.
Last-ditch attempt, really. That's been the constant story of this second half.
Oh, God. MIBR can take us to 3 here. Definitely. Gambit limited. Cello, 25 frags. He's been a crucial component of the success we've seen from MIBR's T side. And Shiro very low after meeting the AK. Cello looking for the dunk. Can't find it. It's the gap that Hobbit's managed to find. The trade from SHZ is crucial.
Hobbit's away. Hobbit needs to live.
He needs to live. He's one of the few with a rifle. Nafany will take the recovered rifle, though, and so now another's in play. Gambit a bit more competitive than 30 seconds ago. Look at Bolts. He's taking liberties, and Inters will convert off the nice, patient line. Tanako loud.
Tanako space is everything, because they know Hobbit's connector and he hasn't left.
So they know there's probably only one on A.
And that he can only rotate back through sewer to B. Right now, the only A defender, Axial, and he's very, very passive.
Very exposed if they walk up toilets contact. Tanako, element of surprise is everything here. And Exile readies his aim. 30 seconds, starting to suspect. The flash is so good, and Exile surely booked. It's Tanako to draw the blood. He's got util to drop. Hobbit now does get the fast flank. He's opting for long. SHZ might have to find Nafany here, and he has. Passes his first test. Hobbit with the element of surprise here on long.
It's a truck plant.
Yeah, and I think he'll have an early chance onto Tanako. Yell on the Optimus, posted up with the AWP. SHZ last seen, and nice shot. Yell finds one, jiggles out, needs a second. Pressure from both sides. Shiro halves his health, but now it's only Shiro. He can't really be the hero. 8 HP and a Desert Eagle. It's not the recipe for success. It's the recipe for disaster. 15. And they got nothing, Chadney, nothing. Train is practically a guarantee.
That is insane. Just how close this game has been. These last 6 rounds has felt like either team could crumble at any moment. And MIBR, they've more than seized control of this one. Just happy to take these contact walk-ups in a lot of situations is giving them so much room to work with. And they're not afraid to win these or take these fights. Upgraded pistols, utility, SMG, working with nothing at Gambit here. Only 5 more kills and MIBR picked up a big map win.
Huge win. Starting your group off competitive is integral considering the names housed within it. Katowice Champions Gambit, one scalp that you really want to be competitive against. Fell short at Snowy Sweet Snow following their victory. Bit of an underestimation of their opponents. Didn't do the same prep work that previously converted into big wins against the very best. MIBR looking to find just one more elusive round.
It's just contact, Alex. They've done this either at A or B. They just walk until they meet a wall. They meet a CT they can't get past, and then they just start operating in another direction and keep walking. Cello has walked all the way long. A stroll in the literal park.
This is insane because you know that gap is being fully unchecked. He's completely slipped the net. Inters, are you ready?
This is over.
Knife out, bro.
Pack it up.
Knife out. Pack it up, pack it in. It's time for Cello to begin.
Now they know they're screwed. They know they are screwed.
Absolutely screwed. I mean, Axel, yeah, you're rocking a hard play scenario. Bolt is holding the flank to perfection. And it's just Nafany with his deagle. He nearly found the line. The tight one, trying to deny the plant. Cello's the only victim. And Hobbit, yeah, he's been dealt a dud hand here. MP9 against 4. No kit, no hope. Map 3 is train. MIBR are taking us all the way. Coach back out of his chair, feeling himself and getting that testosterone throwing.